Ladies and gentlemen, the honorary degree is the most prestigious honor that is bestowed by University of Nebraska at Omaha, or any other university for that matter. This honor is reserved for those who have rendered extraordinary service to the university and the regional and global community. Our recipient today is being honored with a Doctorate of Science for his innovative contributions to the field of higher education. President Michael Crow, will you please join me at the podium? Dr. Michael M. Crow became the 16th president of Arizona State University in 2002. In that role, he has leveraged innovative thinking to advance the role of public metropolitan research universities. His approach calls for a combination of the highest levels of academic excellence, inclusiveness to a broad demographic, and maximum societal impact. In modern terms, as he says, the new American university. His work has made both private industry and government agencies take notice of how universities can play leading roles addressing the major challenges of our time, issues such as the quality of life, sustainable development, and enhancing our nation's competitiveness. It is this advocacy and innovation, as well as a commitment to access and excellence, that led Time magazine to name Dr. Crow as one of the nation's best college presidents. Beyond his incredibly important work advancing higher education, Dr. Crow has also served as an advisor to the United States Department of State, Commerce and Energy, and various defense and intelligence agencies on matters of science and technology, policy, those related to intelligence and national security. He is a fellow of the National Academy of Public Administration and a member of the National Advisory Council on Innovation and Entrepreneurship and the Council on Foreign Relations. He is also the author of books and articles relating to design and analysis of knowledge enterprises, technology transfer, sustainable development, and U.S. science and technology policy. For his innovative leadership in the field of higher education, for his visionary creation of the new American university, and for his embodiment of what we like to call the Maverick spirit, the University of Nebraska at Omaha bestows upon Dr. Michael M. Crow the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, this 4th day of May, 2018, with all of the privileges thereto. Dr. Crow, thank you and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the most recent alum of the University of Nebraska at Omaha, President Michael Crow.
Thank you, Jeff.
Let's get a picture and then
Well, thank you, Chancellor Gold, and good morning to all of you. About 40 years ago, I was sitting where you are sitting today, a kid graduating with a bachelor's degree over at Iowa State, where I was a javelin thrower. I came from a working class family. No one had ever graduated from college in my family. I have siblings that didn't graduate from high school. My dad was in the Navy. We went to 20 places and went to 17 schools before I graduated from high school. Very traumatic kind of childhood going forward. And the transformative moment in my life, I hope, has been a transformative moment for your life, which was the opportunity to go to a great public university committed to your success, regardless of where you came from. You may have come from a wealthy family. You may have come from a family that didn't have many resources. You may have come from a broken home. You may have come from this. You may have come from that. But you're all sitting here, as I was 40 years ago, a product of a group of faculty members, a product of an institution completely dedicated to your success, completely dedicated to you becoming a a universal learner. You don't know sitting here today that your life is forever altered because you're sitting in this room, because you worked with the faculty, because you had the opportunity to learn and you had the opportunity to move forward. I know from my siblings' lives, their children haven't graduated from high school. My children have all either been to college and are still in college or have graduated from college. I mean, it's just tremendous opportunity differences. You all already know that. But I just want to say that it's a tremendous honor to receive this degree from an institution of the stature of the University of Nebraska at Omaha, to receive a degree from an institution pursuing this notion that college isn't about who you leave out, who you leave behind. It's about who you include and how they succeed, and that's tremendous. And so the chancellor did ask me, however, to just have one little short educational lesson, your last lesson before you graduate. You ready? I'm not seeing enough shaking heads. It's like, who is this guy? So here's your lesson. You may not know that in the arc of human history, our 200,000 years or so as the Homo sapiens species, whatever you think about all of that, it's been a long haul. And in those hundreds of thousands of years, our species has really had a tremendous challenge to get to where we are now. And it's been in the last 350 or so years, since what some have referred to as the Enlightenment in Europe, it's been the last 350 years or so when all things began to alter in every possible way. When reason and individual focus, the role of the individual and the role of reason in our life began to become more and more important in our society, all things changed, so much so, and most of you, given everything that's going on right now in the world, would say, how is what he's about to say even possibly true? Most of you don't know that in the arc of human history, today is the best day that we've ever had. Today is the highest level of achievement of our species to date. Unbelievable achievements in healthcare, unbelievable achievements in social mobility, unbelievable achievements in driving forward new views of who we are and what we are, unbelievable empowerment of the individual, driven by logic, driven by reason, driven by the focus on the individual. So today, I would argue, is that we are at not the ultimate achievement for humanity, we're at the best day that we've ever had. And so, my lesson today is a very short lesson. It's a very short lesson. Don't spend much time sitting around listening to people who are talking negative, thinking negative, complaining, arguing. Move past them. Realize what we are, what we have achieved, and what you are. You are the product of the most significant set of achievements that we've ever had in our society. Now, everything's changing and changing at light speed. So the end of the lesson is, please think of yourself now as a part of the Enlightenment. You're at the apex of where we're moving forward. And given that that's where we are, you now have a responsibility to continue that enlightenment, but to continue it in a new way as a 2018 graduate at light speed with all of the skills and the tools that you've been given by this university. So my lesson, you are enlightened, we are enlightened. Enlightenment now, which is a phrase that's moving forward, and move at light speed. Congratulations, graduates.